you again for joining me in this episode of One Drop's Mental Health Conversation here at onedropatatime.ph. My name is Joy Lee, and I'm so excited for my guest today, tonight, whenever you're watching or listening this from. Libni here, is also a podcaster and a mental health advocate like me. And tonight we're going to be hearing from her tips and strategies, to manage your mental health. Hey, Libni!
Thank you so much for having me, Joy.
Thank
So
you.
excited.
I'm excited. I'm sure this is going to be a good conversation. So, Libni, let's get this started na kagad. Wag na tayo magpaligoy-ligoy pa. In a couple of sentences, can you share with us a little bit about your background, your story, kung paano ka nag-start, advocating for mental health?
Oh my God, Joy Lee, diba 10 to 15? I'm not sure if we're gonna... Anyway, so to everybody, I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids. It all started, oh my God, sobrang daming roles to play. I used to be a med student. Then I dropped out of medical school. Then I turned out to be a entrepreneur. And then I was here in Davao City. And then I didn't find joy. So I went to Manila. Tapos nag-re-enroll as a med student, something like that. So, medyo madami, mahaba yung kwento. Pero I ended up having a failed relationship back in Manila. So I had to go back here. And I had to restart kasi I was already building a brand here in Davao. And then I left. When I left, I had to restart kasi nga I was on the climax of my career in the business because I was already being interviewed in social media and in TVs and, about my story, about the products that I sell. Because it's like a mini product that gave so much inspiration to everyone as well. So when I came back here after that failed relationship, I started from zero. So parang ganon, parang I was looking for answers. Pero along with those answers, I kept on, writing it. Parang, what is the meaning? I always do that. Like, I never stopped searching for answers. Pero while I was going back, before I went back here in Davao, parang I already built that parang meditation and listening to guided meditations to keep me sane. Pero nung hindi na kaya, I had to go back here in Davao and then restarted all over again. And then I stumbled to a mentor. I enrolled in her mentorship program. And that's when it started. I started doing self-work, self-awareness things. and then after that, when I was becoming more self-aware, I started showing up on social media, sharing about the things that I've learned. And then I started interviewing people as well. And then my biggest break was when I was able to interview Ellen Adarna. With that thing, then I parang sunod-sunod na siya when I started focusing more on myself. And then when I discovered that people needed more about these things, parang I started to really share na parang this is what you do. So I really, yun yung whole parang overview of how it is. So, I really started looking for answers and then I never stopped. So, ayun. Did I answer that? So, parang
Yes,
sobrang
perfectly.
haba.
Totoo. And actually, I love what you said. All of the things that you shared with me, sobrang connected yung vision natin and mission natin in helping. Ultimately, I think it all leads to, helping the community, especially those who are already dealing with mental health issues. So, I am excited to learn from you. Can you tell me, based on, interviewing people and living it by your personal experiences, dealing with mental health issues, ano yung mga tips and strategies that, have helped you, have worked for you, and you want to recommend all the people listening or watching this episode?
Well, I'm very good at showing up for myself. Kasi that's when it all started. When I decided to just keep continuously showing up. Kasi I know that I had so much experience. Parang mas masayang lang siya if I'm not gonna share it. So I started with writing and getting in touch with what I was really feeling. And then at the same time, I started doing meditations, like daily meditations, taking deep breath work. I also started journaling. Ever since I started journaling, parang I do it every day. pero hindi naman all the time, pero like I really see to it that in a week I can do it like 3 to 4 times a week, just so I can get in touch with myself. Kasi it's very important to be more connected with yourself. Kasi that's how you everything every day, kasi it's always a restart. So I make sure that when I start my day, it really starts right. Kasi it's a restart. So the energy that I had from the other day, I shrug it off because it's a new day. So I start with that after meditation, journaling. I also say affirmation. I write a lot of affirmations in my mirrors, in my windows, just so I can see it every day. Kasi even if you think na wala siyang effect, the mere fact that it's subconsciously nagiging part na siya ng subconscious mo, parang you always remember na oo nga. There's always the assurance kasi we just need this assurance. Like, human as we are, we always need the certainty. So it really helps when I also put my manifestations, the things that I want to achieve in life, I write it down on my mirror or somewhere where I can see it every day. So that's how I was able to cope up. Another thing is connecting with the right people, with the right support system. I'm no longer, to be honest, I choose who I meddle with or I go with, kasi sayang ang energy. Like, if you don't, if you're not gonna add value to my life and you will keep on criticizing me, I might as well, cut and create boundaries. I'm very good at that. I've already built that already. And then listening to podcasts, listening to the right people. I'm usually listening to the masculine people like Tony Robbins, Lewis Howe, Joe Dispenza is the best in terms of mental health. In terms of business wise, it's Gary Vaynerchuk. It really depends where I am. But right now, I'm surrounded. I'm always listening to Joe Dispenza kasi more on mindset siya. So the thing is, when you really want to start working on your mental health, you cannot do it alone. So you really need all the support. Like, you need to listen to the right people. You need to listen to the right every day. How do you start your day? What are the affirmations that you tell yourself? Are the things that you're saying, another day na naman, nakakapagod? Or are you seeing it as another day to, start again, and, if things didn't work out yesterday, I might do well today. Parang ganun. So, I think that's it. I'm really trying to not talk so much. So, para umabot tayo sa...
No, you're giving a chunk load of valuable information, Libni. So please continue. It's gonna help a lot of people. Pero I'm trying to list down all the things you said. Ang dami kong nakuha. So you mentioned, meditation, manifestation, positive affirmations, journaling, showing up for yourself. I want to focus a little bit about showing up kasi parang feeling ko sobrang importante to. Parang ito yung pinaka-core, di ba? The fact that you're showing up for yourself. How or what tips can you provide yung mga tao na who really find it hard to show up for themselves? Do you have any tips or strategies that work with you on how you show up even in the hardest days, even in the most difficult ones?
That's a great question, Joy Lee. I realized that for the past few months that discomfort means growth. And when you see that as an opportunity for you to grow instead of being the victim, you start to realize na the only way for me to go through these experiences or these circumstances is if I show up. And by showing up, it doesn't mean a big step agad. It doesn't mean that you heal agad. It doesn't mean that you show up to everybody. No, it's not like that. The mere fact that you bangon ka lang ng umaga, you show up for yourself. Bakit ka sa umaga, fix mo yung bed mo, that's already showing up. Then showing up, where else? When, for yourself, for example, you fix your face, you're ganon, yung mga, something that you're very resistant but would help you. That's what you should do. Kasi nga, it's uncomfortable kasi it's teaching you to grow. So whenever kasi I'm in a place where I feel very uncomfortable, I know that it's time for me to stretch. And I just have to really get the lesson, okay, anong tinuturo nito? What is this situation teaching me? Instead of blaming kasi siya, or instead of blaming the situation, kasi diba, ganito mga nangyari. Kasi I'm no longer the victim. I realize that life is always for us and not to us. Parang life happens for us and not against us. So everything that we're going through, if you're listening right now and you're really in that situation where you feel like not showing up, that's the best time to show up. Because there's no other way but to go up. So that's That's what I learned. When you're on the rock bottom, breakdowns will always mean breakthroughs. So it's up to you. If you stay the victim, if you dig yourself 6 feet under, or you go up, because there's really no way but up. And ask for support when you need it. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I think ang pinaka-takeaway ko sa sinabi mo is, parang training your brain to see only the positive, right? Kasi once you're only seeing the positive, it all comes down to that, eh, 'di ba? Parang mas okay sa maging mag-stretch, okay sa yung mga hard things, to do the hard things. You're not being the victim, 'di ba?
Yeah. But I want to add on to that. It's not only positive, seeing the positive. It's also, kasi that's different. It's also acknowledging where you're at and accepting it. Na, I'm sad, but I'm gonna make this. I'm not gonna stay here forever.
Yeah.
So there's a difference
Validating.
between, validating your feelings.
Correct.
Nobody can validate it except you. Because the moment that you allow others, or your validation comes from others, you're also allowing yourself, or you're allowing them to take that power to decide for you. So if you keep on waiting for someone else to validate you, it just means that you're waiting for them to decide for your life, when in fact it's your life. It's always your life, and there's no one to blame but yourself, because you're making the decision, and that's exactly the power that you have right now. Like, you're not a manager of your life, you're CEO of your life. So if you're there at the rock bottom, you have to help yourself, because nobody's gonna help you except you.
True. 100%. I love it. I have a quote here, kaya ako tumitingin dito. I have a quote here that's kind of related to what we're talking about. It says, it's about, let me share it to you. Let's see. It's by Dennis Waitley. It says, there are two primary choices in life: accept conditions as they exist, or take responsibility for changing them.
Right.
No?
I love that. That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
You're gonna have to tell me more about that Joe guy. Hindi ko nakuha yung apelido niya that you're
Joe
listening to.
Dispenza. Joe Dispenza. He's more
Dispenza.
on a logical person. He's more on, hindi siya woo-woo, spiritual woo-woo. He's more on touching base sa mga scientific stuff and explaining to you why you're feeling parang icky when you're not comfortable, something like that.
Mm.
Kasi, diba, growing up, we always want that certainty. That's very normal. We always want something that's very certain. Once it's not certain, parang, I don't want to go there. But the only way for you to really grow and create is when you jump into that uncertainty and learn from that experience. That's when you're gonna stretch and learn.
True.
Yeah.
Totoo yan. I love it. Oh my gosh, Libni, I wish we had like 3 hours to talk about this. I just want to ask you, siguro, for people, who want to work more and learn more about what you do, how you can help them, how can we find you online?
Oh my God, I'm about to release a course. It's Doing It Scared. It's called Doing It Scared. It's more of me teaching people how to show up. Kasi,
that's so timely.
Yeah, I haven't really marketed it yet kasi I'm about to release it on October 15. I just have a few students. I really want to focus on them. I'm going to teach you how you can show up on social media and actually add real impact to others in a very, very effective way. And how you can also, do the things that I do. Kasi it's not fun doing it alone. I would really, really love you. I love it that you're also doing this. I would also love everybody to do it. Kasi the whole, you know what, Joy? The whole vision that I have was the thing that really pushes me to do this. It's kasi I have 2 kids. Sila yung reason why. I want them to grow in an environment na less toxic. Alam mo yun? So parang, if I can light that fire and add value to a lot, because a lot of people are already messaging na, Liv, thanks for your podcast. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for sharing. And people really connecting with me. Parang if I can do that, why not others as well? Kasi the when you shine, I don't know if you know the quote from Marianne Williamson. When you shine, you allow others to shine as well. So if I touch one life, just one life, that one life will have a ripple effect. So that's also one thing that I really envision. So to everyone, you can message me for the course. I'm so excited. It's going to be Doing It Scared, where we focus on how to how to show up, because that's what I'm really good at. I'm really good at showing up. and add
Yes.
impact and build real connections with others. And at the same time, they can add me on Instagram. I can support them. Yun lang, you can listen also to my podcast. My content in Instagram, it's at Libni Fortuna. Puro yun siya, life experiences, I just give you kasi parang when people message me, Lib, alam mo, whenever I feel something, I just go to your profile and then just look at the quote and then I read your tapos okay na. So parang, parang ako pala yung mga go-to nyo, literal na self-help na profile. So parang whenever I feel lost to, ganun din ako eh. When I feel lost, go to my profile. Ano yung sinasabi ko nung time na yun?
I might start doing that, Liv.
Pero yun. I'm just open
That's
for
nice.
support.
Thank you so much, and I'm sure going to link all of your profiles in the description, in the show notes, para makita ka nila agad. All right, my one last question for you today, Libni. So here at One Drop, we believe that people can really get better, improve, one step at a time, one drop at a time. So, what one tip or what one drop can people dealing with mental health issues right now do today so they can be a little bit better tomorrow?
Show up and just do it scared.
I love it. Thank you so much, Livni, for this time.
So much fun. Grabe ka bitin. Pero let's go. Thank you,
Thank
Joy.
you.